Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the one-third remnant out there listening during this word with all faith and sincerity scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you, I say shalom, Lord willing. This video is edifying. It's going to be sent around the topic of artificial intelligence and these new humanoid robots that Esau has been teasing as of recently, right? With his different platforms putting up, snippets of their abilities and what he plans on having them do in the future, right? Or, and when I say future, I mean immediate future, because he wants to unveil this and roll this out, all right? And he has been working diligently to achieve this goal. If you watch this video called Progress Made on AI Powered Humanoid Robots, it's about 60 minutes. He goes into it a little bit, right? And, he's coming after the jobs, of like factory workers, right? And warehouse workers. So if you have a job that pretty much has a lot of repetition in it, to where it's going to be, constant, continuously doing the same moves over and over again, with machines heavily involved, then, Esau is going to look to replace the workforce with these humanoid robots, okay? And, he'll be able to make, billions, trillions even from doing this, because he doesn't have to worry about health insurance. He doesn't have to worry about workers' comp or overworking employees or shifts or ways, any of that. HR, all of that is going to go away. Okay, and he's going to try to usher in a UBI, right, which is Universal Basic Income. And, he doesn't need a lot of people for the workforce anymore. Okay? Because he's posturing as if he's ready to take that next step. All right? And, we live in incredible times. A couple years ago, I seen this same robot. It was more bulky. Now it's more sleek, right? It's more easy to look at, which is what he's going for, He wants it to blend in seamlessly so where people won't freak out when they see it, but they could, mentally accept what they're seeing and even embrace it. Okay, because we know he's looking to make this device, these new devices and technologies, to be worshipped, right? This is Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And we are in the end. That's why these revelations, right, these great mysteries, things that were formerly written that, those before us couldn't understand, but now we see it. Okay, and we able to break it down plainly and tell you what's going on, where it's going, and what's going to happen. All right. What is this all leading to? Okay. So the Lord, that's how this time that we in is critical, right? because for so long, not many could get it. And even now, you know, a lot of people still can't see it, especially, you know, Jake, man. These guys who, you know, they claim to be in the truth, but the only thing they worried about is rapping, you know, making music videos and all this other folly, okay? Harassing people on the highways and byways, looking cool. Meanwhile, you got shit like this being gradually introduced to the world, right? You got to have some answers, man. Okay? Because this thing is happening quick. Okay? It's happening quick. He's ready. All right? When you look into that, when you watch the video, it talks about how he could pretty much program all robots with one robot via, you know, artificial intelligence and, you know, the internet. Just pretty much copy and paste the same program to, you know, all these robots, and they can all perform the same function. So he's able to mass produce these, you know, artificial intelligence ran robots, right? Without having the troubles of, you know, going through the teaching phase, okay? Because he can run a program in this robot's mind or whatever and have it do it until it perfects it, all right? So he's able to speed this up and make us move, because that's ultimately what it's all for, okay? This is Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. That's right. Esau, he's done a very diligent search. Okay. He's putting all those resources, all those hours to use. He's not wasting any time. He's not idle at all, man. He's making moves, okay, on every front. Okay, because he knows that he has but a short time. And it's a lot that he has to introduce to people, right? It's not much. It's a lot in terms of depth, but it's not really much that he has to do as far as like research and shit, you know. He has everything he needs ready and available, but now it's about getting the people on board with it. Okay? With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. Right. He's pretty much finessed and deceived his way all the way up to the top. Right. By unjust means. That's, you know, we read in, I want to say Sirach, where it says, because of unjust dealings and riches gotten by deceit, one kingdom shall be translated, right, to the next. Okay, he got everything he got on, you know, right now by malpractice. Okay, he didn't do it the legitimate way, all right? So the Lord's going to strip him down bare, all right? With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy wisdom, by thy great wisdom, and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Right? He believes, you know, because of, you know, the sit that he sits in is so high. Okay, ain't nobody fucking with him. All right, that's why we need Yahweh Shai to come and deliver us. Because if not for our Lord intervening upon this place, this man will make off. All right, because he's it's an ingenious plan. He's an evil genius, right? But he's really, too evil for his own good, right? Because he's going to trap himself, all right? That's how intricate his trap is. He's going to get himself, okay? Scripture says he shall be in straits trying to fulfill the last of this agenda, okay? And he's going to vomit it all up, all right? So all that pride is only going to make that fall so much more greater, okay? Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shah, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of the Most High, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness, right? Because the Lord is going to bring all of your friends and enemies against you, and they're going to fire these thermonuclear missiles at you and obliterate you and eradicate you. Okay. America. Okay. Because America sits on the throne. Okay. Of chiefest of nations. And of course, we know this place is headed by Esau, Edom, specifically the Amalekites. And, they think Amalek believes in his heart that he is the chosen of Yahweh, or chosen of the Lord, right? But the chosen of Yahweh by Shemal Shah are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The true biblical lineage of the Israelites, all right? Not those small hats over there in the land of Israel, headbutt in the wall, all right? And he's creating these different devices, right? Like these robots and shit, coming up with these different programs, ran by artificial intelligence, right? Like Palantir, where he's able to monitor and surveil you. And, he has a lot of power on this side, man. He got it, right? He got it. He's able to track and trace you easily. Cameras, satellites can pinpoint you. You got the technology to send a missile through your your car window, right? Hit you in the cheek, right? With a Tomahawk missile. So he thinks that he is unstoppable, and he's gonna actually try to challenge Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, when Yahweh Shai returns, he's not gonna surrender. He's gonna try to fight. Okay. And he's going to be broken without hand. This is Revelations. Matter of fact, nope. This is Wisdom in Solomon 2 and 21. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. See, he's been blinded by his success. Okay. Now he's not seeing straight. He's drunk off the wine of that fornication. Okay, he's been sipping off it too. All right, he's moving like a madman to actually think he can challenge the King of Kings, the one true and only God, the terrible Yahweh Bashim Shai. Right? It's not going to even be a fight. It's just going to be a good old fashioned belt to ass beat down, obliteration. Matter of fact. Okay, he's not going to stand a chance. But the Lord is putting it in his mind to believe he can, to actually do it, to make him an example. This is Revelations 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast, which had the wound by a sword, but did live, right? So with all these miracles, right? with his medical inoculations, okay, with his breakthroughs in science, all right, with his inventions and devices and artificial intelligence, the internet, okay, the Internet of Things, right, being able to connect people from one part of the world all the way to the other part of the world, being able to perform a surgery in real time, you know, if on two different continents, right? Being able to, you know, manipulate the elements, right? Direct energy weapons to use them on troops and, you know, cause people to, you know, heads to pretty much, you know, damn near explode, right? Insides rattling. Okay, he has a bag, you know. Esau has a bag, but it ain't as deep as Yahweh Shai's bag, man. You know, because Yahweh Shai is the one that gave it to him. He's only giving him so much, all right. But he really, in theory or in reality, he didn't give him shit. But he gave him enough to deceive the world and to put the world in fear and subjection to want to even go through with this. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, right? And that's the point we're coming to. Okay, we already see the Waymo vehicles, driverless cars. We see the little robots delivering food. We're about to see the little robots in the warehouses and shit taking your jobs. Okay, here it is. They talking about immigration and shit. You know, illegals taking quote unquote black jobs, right? And you got Jake believing that shit. Meanwhile, he's really he's getting ready the workforce to put in to take your job for real. Okay, and it ain't even got a heartbeat, right? It don't need a 15-minute break, a lunch. You don't need none of that. It's gonna work endlessly until until it needs to repair. So like you, and then they just gonna repair it and put it right back out there. All right. So that's what we're coming into. Okay, he's gonna push this ability to connect to this via the RFID microchip or Neuralink, right? You're gonna have the ability to attach to it, for lack of better words. It's another man, can't even think of it. Salakia, man, I'm drawing a blank. But you're gonna be able to merge with it, right? Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark of the beast, or he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, which is all the same thing, which is the RFID microchip or Neuralink device, right? And they might come out with a different name or a different brand, but it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be an RFID tag, you know, or a BCI, brain computer interface, that you're going to have to get and carved into your body to be integrated with this new system. Okay, to be on the same frequency as these robots that they're going to put in to replace you, as this artificial intelligence that he's about to make you bow to call a god and worship. Okay, you're going to need to have a certain tag, a certain indicator that you are a part of it, and it's not spiritual. It's very much physical. It's going to be a physical tag, and it's going to be digital. All right, it's going to be able to put you on the internet, upload you to the internet, to where you'll be trapped. Okay, so without the give all praise on the glory to you, how Bashim Al Shah, Bashim Kakwadash, Wa Abba Babal, and DTA DTN.